Hello, Sacramento investors. I'm Ron Benning, real estate investment expert, and welcome to the Sacramento Smart Investor Duplex Report for July of 2026. Every month, I break down the latest Sacramento Duplex market statistics, explain what they actually mean for investors, and help identify where today's best opportunities may exist. This month, the Sacramento Duplex market has officially moved into a balanced market territory. Prices remain surprisingly stable, while buyers are gaining more negotiating leverage, creating opportunities that simply weren't available earlier this year. Market overview. The market currently has approximately 4 months of inventory, placing it squarely in a balanced market. Less than 3 months supply favors the sellers. 3 to 6 months is balanced, and more than 6 months favors the buyers. Buyers now have a modestly more leverage than they had just a few months ago. Inventory increased nearly 14% from last month, but remains about 18% below last year. Buyers have more choices than they did earlier this spring, although supply remains relatively tight by historical standards. If you want to keep informed about everything going on in the Sacramento Duplex market, if you're not already a member of my channel, please subscribe now. 27 duplexes sold during the month, and that's down 21% from the previous month and nearly 16% from last year. Pending sales increased about 4% from last month, but remain roughly 7% below last year's pace, indicating demand has cooled but remains healthy. Interest rates and market outlook. Most economists expect mortgage rates to remain in the mid 6% range over the next 6 months, although inflation, Federal Reserve policy, and geopolitical events could change that outlook. Investors waiting for dramatically lower rates may find today's range is the new normal for a while. Rather than trying to perfectly time rates, focus on buying properties that make financial sense. If rates decline later, refinancing is always an available option. The expectation gap. Many sellers still expect prices from the low rate environment while buyers are adjusting to higher financing costs. That expectation gap is narrowing as both sides adapt. This helps create a healthier, more balanced market and can reduce the likelihood of sharp short-term price swings by bringing buyers and sellers closer together on value. Pricing. The average sold price increased to about $633,000 and the median price to about $589,000 this last month. Despite slower sales activity, pricing has remained remarkably resilient. Negotiating power. Average marketing time is about 39 days, and sellers are receiving about 97% of the original list price. Buyers have more opportunities to negotiate price, credits, and terms than they have in recent years, but the market is still relatively tight. Break-Even GRM. This month's Break-Even GRM remains approximately 11.85. Properties below that level generally have a greater likelihood of producing a positive cash flow under today's financing and operating assumptions. Remember that GRM should only be compared within the same asset class because operating expenses vary between duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, and larger apartment buildings. Smart investor insight. Don't try to predict interest rates. Analyze the property. Successful investors build wealth by consistently purchasing quality properties that make financial sense. Here are the top 3 takeaways from this month's report. 1. The duplex market is now balanced. 2. The expectation gap continues to narrow, creating better negotiating opportunities. And 3. Prices remain stable despite higher interest rates. Looking ahead, I expect the Sacramento Duplex market to remain relatively balanced over the next several months. Inventory should continue providing buyers with opportunities, while prices remain relatively stable unless there is a significant change in rates or in the broader economy. If you'd like a free copy of the complete Sacramento Smart Investor Duplex Report that I referenced throughout today's update, you'll find a link in the description below. You can also use the QR codes appearing on your screen to download our latest market reports, receive our weekly GRM reports, search available investment properties, or access our free investor resources. Also, you can schedule a one-on-one investment consultation with me. Whether you're buying your first duplex, expanding your portfolio, completing a 1031 exchange, or considering selling an investment property, I'd love the opportunity to help you. Remember, successful investors don't buy every property, they buy the right properties at the right price.